Sneak attack! Boom, 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 boom! Sneak attack for you. This is a sneak attack live. I don't know who's going to join this live, but you guys, I really need to talk about 90 Day Fiancé. It is Saturday, June 1st. Happy Pride Month! And I have not posted my video from the 26th. So I feel guilty. I know it was a holiday, and so that's some kind of an excuse. And you can see your girl got her hair did. She got her hair did. So yeah, I'm just gonna come on here and talk about it because it's time. I'm gonna also make sure I don't have the crustiest face, like Krusty the Krab from that show I never watched. Okay. So I'm saying hello to Jane Doe. Hey Tiana. Hey Endorsey. Hey non-boozy. Hey Rach. How y'all doing? Hey Miss Music. It's Caribbean American Heritage Month too, and Black. It's not Black History Month. At least not in the States. Seattle check-in. What's up, Lynn J? Hi everyone. Oh, Black music history. Aha, great. Mona from Germany. Hey girl, hey. All right, I'm gonna let everybody come in. For those of you guys who are not watching this live, this is me talking about 90 Day Fiancé. There are 22 people in this room. 2 likes if I can get some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. For those of you guys who are not watching this live, I'm really sorry for this. This is going to be a lot of banter. So go on ahead and get your headphones on. Go on ahead and get yourself a snack, a little drinky drink, because this is going to be all over the place. First and foremost, can I say how excited I am? It was only 1 episode. 1 hour. It was only 1 hour. It was only a 1 hour episode, and I felt like it was a blessing because I don't think I can watch 2 hours of 90 Day Fiancé nonsense. Like, I love the love after lockup motto of just an hour, 2 hours if it's juicy. You feel me? Give me just an hour. I can't do these 2 hour episodes of like nonsense. And I already cut out the people that I don't want to watch. Why is this shit so long? Girl. All right. Everyone's in here who's going to get in here. Still 36 people in this room. Only 7 likes. There's more than 7 people in this comment section. You guys, give us a thumbs up. Okay, so what are we going to start off talking about? Let's start off talking about Russ and Paola because, again, they are the most boring couple. So they're at a park, on a park bench talking about trying to get to Oklahoma and stay in Oklahoma. And Paola's like, see, now you're making me look bad. Now I'm going to get a bad edit because you trying to act like you don't know how much I don't like Oklahoma. I don't want to move here, Ross. I don't want to live here. I don't feel good here. Girl, Pao, your man wants to move home with his family. Girl, Russ, your girl doesn't want to be with your family. What are y'all going to do? And then he's going to make some comment about him not wanting to do things solely based on what Powell wants. And I thought to myself, then why did you marry her? Not to say that a woman should have complete control over what's happening, but if someone is very unhappy living someplace, and the other person isn't unhappy living in the other place, then why would you move the one who is unhappy and make, like, Russ said that he's not unhappy from living in Miami. He says that he, is a little annoyed about how expensive everything is. And, he wishes he'd be around his family, but he isn't unhappy in Miami. He just knows that he can make more money and his dollar can stretch in Oklahoma. Powell hates Oklahoma. She doesn't feel comfortable there. It's, there's not enough diversity there. And she's just not into it. She doesn't be around his family. They judged her, and she still feels judged because she had tried to have that conversation with Patty, and she realized that Patty was never going to understand where she was coming from. So she was like, fuck it, I'm not going to even try to get this woman. I just know that we're never going to be able to see eye to eye, but we can be cordial because of Russ. What are you guys saying? You got to exit the chat to like. Oh, thank you, Carmenelle. Thank you. Love your hair. Wow, thank you, Jenny. Russ is extremely emotional, but I would take him over a dude from Moldova any day. Oh, okay. All right, Margaret, I agree. Question, though, was that scene taped actually before she got pregnant? Her stomach looks flat. I don't know. Oh, hey, Janelyn. I don't know either. I don't know that her stomach looks flat. I just think that, she was sitting in a certain way. I assumed that she was pregnant during that scene. Nothing about it seemed fishy to me, except for that pink hat. I didn't like it. I guess it's because I always like want to know if I should like be wearing random baseball hats. And the answer is that my head gets hot. So no. Paola's getting older and now baby. I think Russ should wait her out a bit. To be a cash siren, you have to be in your 20s. Oh, you're talking about the fact that her modeling career. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, I would, as a person who's in their 30s, I would hope that one could still be a model in their 30s. But anyways, yeah, so that was their whole thing, just sitting on the park bench talking about how much she doesn't want to move and why is he trying to bamboozle her. I mean, we all knew fetch wasn't going to work, Russ. We all knew it wasn't going to work. Stop trying to make it work. Okay, so let's move on to the next person. If you guys have anything to say about them, jump on in. Let's talk about Andrei and Elizabeth. Okay. What happened in this episode? I can't remember. It was so long ago, and I watched it like really early in the morning Monday. So what happened with them? I don't remember. Tell me, guys, what happened with Andrei. I don't understand why these white men from small country towns get these Latinas from big cities in Latin America and expect them to be happy there. I think it's because Americans think that America is the greatest, which, as far as certain things go, it's great. But like, I think that they just assume that their way is good and wholesome and fine, and anything better than whatever's happening in another country. Andrei doesn't want to work. He told her not to terrorize him with her pregnancy. I don't remember him saying that. And I've been seeing memes of it. I don't remember their segment at all. I don't remember that at all. I don't remember their segment. Maybe I didn't watch it. I fast forwarded through it. Terrorize me with pregnancy? Oh my God. I don't think Andrei is as bad as everyone is making. I don't think Andrei is as bad as his edit is making him out to be. But I do think the fact that he doesn't work at Home Depot is a problem. Like, he could just go get a job doing anything that's like within his wheelhouse. Like, the reason why I say Home Depot is because he's like a handyman and he knows about like piping and like nuts and bolts and shit. So like, Home Depot's a great place to work. I'm trying to get my dad to go work at Home Depot. Even though he's like, I'm retired and not working anymore. But I'm like, you have hobbies. You get a little extra money. What are you guys saying? I don't understand why Latinas want to be models when they come to America, but wasn't doing anything when they were in their own country. I mean, I don't know that that's blanketly true, but maybe because there's a market out here and they can make money off of it. Why wouldn't you want to do a business or something that you can do outside? Like, if there was an industry for Black models or booty models, like somewhere else, and where my family didn't have to see it, I think I'd move there and try to be one booty model. No, just kidding. But I see why they would want to do that. I mean, it makes no sense. This is a country where there's a lot of opportunity for people to do things that they wouldn't be able to do in their own country. So why not come here and do it if they can make money? Even if it's like $10,000. Like, $10,000 is still more than they would have if they had stayed in their own country and didn't make it, He went to that interview and was really unprofessional. That was the week before last. I'm talking about what happened this week. I don't remember. Andrei is something else. He needs to be more flexible. I agree. And then he told Libby he didn't want to work in trucking after spending tons of money. And that was last week's episode when they were in the consignment store, when they were in the thrift store. He has a trucker's license. He could do Uber easily. I agree with you, Tiana. Why did you go get your snacks during that part? Maybe I got up, girl. I don't remember them at all. They didn't have a segment, I think. Did they? Shit, I can't remember. Well, we're going to have to skip them because, girl, she does not remember them at all. All right, so let's move on to, oh, shit, this is what I do remember. Let's move on to Larissa and Colt. Child, why was Debbie crying? Why was Debbie crying? Why does Larissa having children back in Brazil make Debbie cry? And then why is she like, I don't trust you, you didn't tell me things and we're a family and we have to tell each other things. I'm like, Miss Debbie, you is not in this marriage, okay? I know you are technically, like it feels like it, but Larissa doesn't have to tell you about her children. That's Colt's job to tell you about her children. Like, that don't make any sense. That when she started crying, I was like, what is happening? Why is Debbie crying? So basically, Larissa finally talks about the fact that she has kids. And there have been so much commentary about people talking about, oh, she's in the US getting lip injections, yet her kids are at home back in Brazil. Okay, for those of you who are saying those things, this is my question to you. And this is not judging you or like your morals or your compass or like whatever. If it were a man, if Larissa were a man, would you be saying the same thing? A. B, why is it that women are held to a higher standard than men when it comes to child rearing? And I get it. You guys are going to try to throw out all this biological stuff and all this, whatever stuff. But here's the truth of it all. We don't know how Larissa feels about her children. We don't know if it was social pressure. We do know that her children are safe and are in a good spot. So maybe she's not the best person for her children. And we wouldn't be saying this if she were a man. Maybe some of you guys would be saying this if she were a man. But like, my thing is, if you wouldn't be saying it if she were a man, then I don't think it's fair to say it to her now. That's just my opinion. Another thing is like, even if you do feel like, even if you would say this, if she were a man, even if you have a very general and very non-sexist idea of how children should be raised or whatnot, I do think that sometimes circumstances are what they are. And I'm not going to judge her because she might be a shit mom. She might be a bad mom, right? And just from like personal experiences, children should be with the parent who is going to treat them well. And sometimes that's not the mom. And I don't think that women should be held to a higher standard when it comes to that, because not all women are mentally prepared or ready to have children, even though they physically can. And that's just somebody telling you a little bit about me who is a byproduct of that. Some women shouldn't have children. And especially in the society that puts them on a pedestal, when they are not on that pedestal, when they don't live up to that standard, when they aren't that person that a mom is supposed to be, it can be really confusing. So if we let women be who they want to be with their children and don't put any extra special pressure on them to be something, then maybe if they're not as good at it, then their kids won't be as affected. Just my thoughts. And I don't know anything about Larissa's situation, which is why I don't like to judge her for it, because I don't know her situation. Okay. What are you guys saying? Pillow Talk is better than the actual show. I have seen Pillow Talk. You're right. And it is good. I just haven't seen it. I've only seen the first episode, so I know it must be great. And Annie must be amazing in it. Yes, Carl, Pillow Talk is better. Okay, you guys talking about Pillow Talk. Okay. But anyways, so that's just what I think about Larissa. I'm not judging her for that. I've seen it from Jane Doe says, I've seen it from my own personal experience that women from other countries do that all the time. Why struggle in the foreign country with your kid? If you're a single mom, people judge. If you don't have your kids, people judge. Hi, Kiki. Yeah, I agree. Like, hey, Jess Christine. People will judge either way it goes. And I just don't want to judge her when it comes to her kids. Like, now, if I see somebody absolutely being abusive to their kids, then I'm going to judge them. But if I see them like not there and like, you just don't know if someone's going to potentially be a bad parent. And just because you think they should be there, I think that they need to be people who love them, and maybe the grandparent and the dad or the aunt or whoever's watching, because she has 2 different kids, 2 different baby daddies. This is what the assumption is. One is a girl is with her dad, and the other child, I believe a boy, is with not her aunt, but the father's aunt. So like the child is still with people who love them, hopefully, right? Obviously, the scenario for Larissa might be come to the U.S., make enough money, and send it back to her kids, could have a good life in Brazil, the same way that Pedro sends money back to his family. And I just think that that's what happens when you have it. Like, there are women who, like Filipino women who go to Thailand or Singapore or wherever to work to send money back to the Philippines for their family. That's the same. It happens, So I don't want to judge Larissa unless I know her children are like definitely doing worse if she weren't there. But like, she's doing what she had to do. She came to this country. She married this man. She got her citizenship. She went to jail. She's now has all this like social media influence. Like, I can't knock Larissa, and I won't knock her. I'm just like, let's see what this journey takes us. It's annoying, and Colt is the worst actor ever, but like, it's just, I don't know. She's better at this than Colt is. Colt is terrible. That whole scene where Colt gets picked up from work by Larissa and Debbie, and he gets into the car and he tells her how beautiful she is and how much he missed her and all this shit, and then starts talking about wanting to have sex, and like Debbie makes a face, and we're just like, this is too much. This is too much, girl. No. In front of your moms? Like, we all know your mom's is involved, but damn, do we need to know all that? No, we didn't. And Larissa's like, why do you want? He's like, sex? Ugh, gross. No. Because it's just so gross. Like, I know I said that I would have sex with Colt and it looked like he had like dolphin skin, and I take it all back. That was in the optimism of like their first season. This is now like, no, girl, you were doing the Lord's work. Larissa is doing the Lord's work. And I wonder if she's like backing it up on it and like putting her weight on it. You know, like, I wonder if she's like giving him like all the goodness. And then they go out to have a night out on the town, and she's in a gown and he is not in anything that matches that. He like is in a shirt that is struggling, and it is not even a dark color. And like I mean, girl, like, what is even happening? Like, she's in a full like situation with a slit looking good, and he's just like, I mean, he looks like he doesn't even, it makes her look like a prostitute, because it doesn't look like they're married or live in the same neighborhood or house. Like, sleep, they don't even look like they sleep in the same bed. He looks like he just picked her up from the cat house and was like, I would like to go out with you. And she was like, okay. Like, like, right? Anyways, so she's like, I'm playing blackjack, and she plays and she wins a bunch, and then he tries to take the money from her because he's like, it's payment for the lips, and she's like, no. And then he like again talks about her butt and like how she's a great Brazilian ass, and I'm like, you don't deserve that great Brazilian ass. Like, you don't deserve this. And now I start to feel like what she feels like. That's why she doesn't want to have sex with him. That's why she doesn't do anything, because he literally doesn't deserve it. Whew, girl. All right, what are you guys talking about? Okay, so she met with her dad and told him about Andrei and didn't want to get into the trucking, and her dad got pissed because Andrei took years of trucking school and basically roasted her and Andrei. Oh, girl, I don't remember that at all. I didn't watch their segment. I didn't watch it. I don't remember that. I fast-forwarded through it. Remember Tariq's girl, and she was also has a child. I think until we know the circumstances, we can't really judge. Oh, you're absolutely right. I don't judge at all. Yeah, Hazel has a son, and the son is with the dad because she can't afford to take care of him. I think people need to keep their mouths closed on how a woman rears or the lack thereof. Who knows what's happening? And the man could have tried to kill her, could be making it hard. Right. Also, like, sometimes I think that there are nurturers and gardeners in each relationship, regardless of the gender. Like, sometimes the dad is just going to be better at taking care of the kid than the mom, and vice versa. I think we just need to let people live. At Kiki, she doesn't even live on planet Earth. She needs to be locked up in padded walls. Oh, you guys are talking about somebody else now. Oh, you're talking about Nicole at this point. Okay, did we finish talking about Larissa and Colty? So we had the scene in the car, and we had the scene in the casino, and then we had the scene in the backyard where Debbie starts crying because Larissa has a child. So then Debbie is like, oh, you just need to be honest with me in the future. And she's like, I need a drink. And she goes in the house and gets like a mug. I'm just like, they have the weirdest like stemware. Like, it's just so weird. It's just so weird. And anyway, so I just think that like, don't judge Larissa for the parenting thing. Judge Colt for not understanding that he doesn't fit in his clothes anymore. He just needs to give up and wear t-shirts, you know? Be better for him. Okay. Who's the troll? I don't see it. Tell me who the troll is. Bad dog ad. Oh, bad dog. Here he goes. I will do it. I will block them. Hide user on this channel. Okay, I did it. I blocked them. All right, so I'm the mod. I do have mods. Lynn J was here. Maybe she had to like step off for a second. I got him. Thank you. Okay. So the next people that we're going to talk about, let's just do the elephant in the room and Pedro and Chantelle. Pedro, why? Why did you do it, Pedro? Pedro, why? Anyways, I don't think that this means that he's harvesting the American dollar. I don't think that this means that he's a bad person. I just think that he fucked up, and he fucked up horribly and terribly. And I'm so sad for him. Like, why, Pedro? I mean, everyone, okay, so here's what's happening on Instagram with it. Everyone's like, oh, I knew Pedro was harvesting the American dollar. And then some other people are like, ooh, you know, like Nicole is the one who got him into this. The truth is that Pedro's a grown-ass man. He's married. He got himself into that situation. Okay, listen, I'm not blaming Clarissa or whatever her name was. I'm not blaming the other friend who was really excited to be on TV, because those two girls were excited to be on TV, girl. Nicole was like, you guys are going to get on TV, do things with Pepe, like, you know, make it happen. And they did it. They had their own little confessionals and everything. So, you know, bravo to them. But I do think that he definitely did cross the line with that girl. And if I were Chantelle, I would be so sad. I would be so sad. That makes me really sad what he did. And like, do I think it's grounds for divorce? No, but I do think that they really need to sit down and talk about their relationship. He was drunk, absolutely. I love that, you know, I love that I could listen to the Spanish and understand a little bit more of what was going on versus what was happening in the subtitles. And so that was really fun for me personally in my Espanol journey. And I just like, I just like, damn it, they got that on TV. Oh, Bonnie, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, thank you. I forgot about super chats, girl. I haven't seen one in a minute. Oh, Kari. Okay, you guys. We have somebody in the comment section who says that he doesn't love Chantelle. All right, so I really want to hear from the people who think that Pedro is there only to use Chantelle and to harvest the American dollars. Ooh, Charlotte says definitely grounds for divorce. Pedro knew what he was doing when he went to the. Okay. What did he do? Kiss her more? He only okay. Listen, this is what he did. So I'm gonna make this pillow the girl. Okay, so this is what he says. He says Clarissa, whatever her name is like, Clarissa wanted to dance with me because she knows that I'm not a very good dancer. And I was like, Pedro, you're not a good dancer? That hurts me. I'm judging you. But so he's like on her, he picks her up and does like a dip with her, and then he's like behind her. So if I'm Pedro and this is her, he's behind her and he's like, and I was like, oh, Pedro, no. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, and just call me Wa, I posted about it and I was like, ay, Dios mío, why? Okay, Caroline C says, I think his love for her faded and now he's more opportunity minded. Kara says she loves him she loves him, yes, not the other way around. Kara, you got to be more specific. Quasi says, if you do that in front of cameras, what do you do otherwise? Quasi, good point. Agnes M, I think he was just pushed and prodded to the point where he's now thinking about doing what's the best for him. Oh, Quasi says he was dirty dancing. He was dirty dancing. Amina says, I think Pedro at one time was deeply in love with Chantelle, but those families are in the way. I agree. Kiki says the pictures of him and Chantelle on his IG have these messages in Spanish that are really deep. He is in love with her. Quasi says, please don't make the pillow the girl. Here's what I think. Oh, here's what Mona thinks. I think it was just too much Chantelle was doing. I totally understand that he needed to break free and made bad decisions because Chantelle was treating him really badly and mentally abused him. Maxwell says 26 people watching, 52 likes. Oh, thank you so much, Maxwell, for trying to get people to give me some likes. There's 210 people in this room right now and only 52 likes. Y'all could be doing better. Okay, Anna K says, I think Pedro doesn't realize that his mother and sister hate his wife. He used to love Chantelle, but her family is too much. I don't think they hate her. I think they just think that he could do better. and that he doesn't, because of the way she's treated him. I think that they are responding the same way any family would respond when the spouse, like if my brother's in-laws thought that he was using his wife for money, wasn't good enough for her, every time they were around us, they made little comments, and my dad called them stupid Americans. Like, I guess I just can see it from so many points of views that I have a hard time being like, he never loved her, he doesn't love her, or his family hates her. I think his family like wants him to be happy and wants the best for him, and it feels like Chantelle isn't the best for him because he's so unhappy there. Like, you would feel the same way too if you sent somebody to a foreign, I've not sent, but if you went to a foreign, sorry, if your loved one went to a foreign country, married somebody, and their family were treating them poorly, you would feel the same way too. Okay. But the thing is, though, I think that he was wrong and he did absolutely cross the line. I think that the issue is that he was just so over, and like, I could see that happening. Especially, this is so early on in their relationship. Like, it's been 5 years? Like, if they had been together for 15 years and then this happened, like, I don't know. I think it depends on where a person is in their marriage. And I think that he was just in a really bad place with the marriage. And the fact that it was caught on camera is a big problem too. Because think about it. If it wasn't caught on camera and he had done this, it would be something that I don't think that he would need to tell Chantelle about, unless he truly felt guilty. But I don't necessarily know. I don't think it's ground for divorce. Okay. So, Quasi feels away. Quasi feels away. All right. So let's go back to what you guys are talking about. What did Bonnie say? Bonnie says, I think Pedro loves Chantelle, but how she doesn't stand up for him. OMG says, laughing my ass off while I recreate the dance scene. One more time, please. Kiki says, I agree to Bonnie. Tiana says, right, oh my God, adios. It's more like it. Or adios, she says. Ooh, shit, Tiana's out of this. Okay, Lady says she looks at him like a little boy. Shannon says neither of them will ever have a functional relationship if they don't set boundaries with their families. I agree with you, Shannon. KH says Pedro was dead wrong. I wouldn't stay with somebody that I can't trust, but if the arguments were so bad that you touch another woman, it's done. Wow. I'm just, from a super single perspective, I'm just like, that's not done. Because I think that the bigger picture, I think I'm able to separate, like, I don't know what I'm saying. But I mean, if that's how you feel, if somebody who's been in relationships, like, I can agree with that. I just think that as long as he wasn't like making out or kissing, like kissing or having sex with, then we could move past it. We would just really need to talk about it, and he would need to understand how much that hurt my feelings. Both families are in the way. I agree, Kari. Riley says, yeah, that girl sat on his lap and was grinding. That's so bad and totally cheating. Bonnie says both of them need to set boundaries with their families. Great. Lady says, I think he fell out of love, like he just looks at her with disgust and is over it. Quasi says, are you kidding? Pedro's sister is vile as his mother. The only thing going for Chantelle is that she doesn't have to deal with his family 24/7. Quasi girl, we gonna fight. No, fighting. And then Caroline C says, really appreciate your common sense. Wow, that's why I love your recaps. Thank you. Kiki says, FYI. Ooh, I lost my train of thought. Where did it go? Shit. Oh, FYI, I talked to Pedro on IG, and he's super respectful. We are both Dominican, and only talk about family and back in our country, etc. He's never hinted at anything else. I guess I'm biased. Kiki. All right. They started off on the wrong foot, keeping their engagement a secret, and lied for 90 days. Now, I don't necessarily know that I agree with that, because I feel like, how did Pedro get his papers? How did Chantelle have the money to pay for everything if her family wasn't involved? Think about it. Okay. I wouldn't call it cheating, but it's definitely disrespectful. I agree. Okay. I was really rooting for Chantelle and Pedro. Too much passive aggressive in both families. Pedro's sister meant to have these girls there so that Chantelle can see and they hopefully get a divorce. I mean, it's not only Pedro's sister, girl. It's a whole ass like team of people, girl. It's a whole ass like Matt Sharp, 90 Day Fiancé team of producers that are there helping Nicole do this. So we're, steering the pot. Agnes says that Pedro's a good guy. I agree. Cinnamon says Pedro's family is just as bad as Chantelle's family. Ooh, do not agree. Do not agree. All right. So greetings from Brazil. Thank you. KH says, I don't trust people so easily, even though he didn't fully kiss her. I couldn't trust him afterwards, which would ruin their relationship. Okay, I could see that. Okay. So anyways, that's all that I have to say about that. I hope they don't get divorced. I think Pedro was wrong. I don't care if who set it up. He was wrong. He's an adult, regardless of how much alcohol it is in him. Like, it is his fault, but I don't think that they should get divorced over it. But I could see this is going to cause so much issues. And I think they just need to move to Alaska, just the two of them, and get some therapy and call it a day. Because I think they can make it as long as they didn't have a lot of other shit going on. Okay, so the next, I don't know why I picked up my phone. I don't have notes. So the next couple that we're going to talk about is there any, Nicole and Azan. Okay, yo, Papa Joe. Oh, come in. Thank you. You want to get on camera?
No, you can shout me out. Bring you some Chick-fil-A.
Shout out my brother Wasani for bringing me Chick-fil-A. Okay, so first of all, there are people who are fighting me, or not fighting me. There are a couple people who are like, why does she keep saying Nicole? It's Nicole. And I'm like, okay, so you obviously don't watch the show if you don't know why I'm calling her Nicole. So I'm not even going to engage, even though I slightly did engage. Okay, so this turned into a mukbang. If you don't like this is what? How many? I asked for chicken nuggets. This is the littlest thing of chicken nuggets. It's fine. I don't need a lot of chicken nuggets. Okay, so let me get my drink. Did I show my butt? Hope not. Okay, so Nicole goes to see Robba Lee and Papa Joe at her house. Nicole goes to see Robba Lee. A lot of good things were brought up. Okay, one, let's talk about the serious thing in the room. Baby May needs to go to school, and Nicole does not have a plan for her to be enrolled in school. Someone did some research. I don't know if it was Starcasm.net or 90 Day Fiancé podcast Cray Cray, but they looked up to see how much the international school in Morocco costs, and it costs like $6,000 a year. Like, it's expensive, right? And Nicole has no idea how May is going to get educated. And Robba Lee says, she's almost X, Y, and she's almost 4 or whatever. She needs to go to kindergarten. How are you going to do that? And she's like, oh, we've got it figured out. Girl, they don't have shit figured out. Not one moment of anything figured out about her schooling. And that is the thing that really does suck. I mean, she's obviously going to have to figure it out. She's not moving to Morocco, okay? She's not moving to Morocco because she's not going to have May not in school over in Morocco just so that she could be with Azan. She's not that crazy. She's not that crazy. Okay. I don't believe it. May's father is not involved. He didn't want to be. She told May's father that she was pregnant. Oh, so here's the back story on that. Nicole graduated from high school, moved to Texas with some guy that she met offline, got pregnant, told him she was pregnant. And he was like, nah, I'm good. And then she moved back to Florida and had May and has never heard from the dad again. I think it's so interesting that there are people who still decide not to be in their kids' lives to this day. Like, I think to myself, that feels like so antiquated. Like, most people are like, no, I'm gonna take care of my kids just because of the way like society is now. But there are still so many people who don't want to take care of their kids. And it's so weird to me, I guess. But anyways, 262 people in this room. Can I get some likes? Can we get some thumbs up on this? I hope you guys are 90 Day Fiancé fans. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so I was gonna eat, but I feel bad. I'm gonna eat a little bit. I know you guys are gonna be mad. There are people who don't like mukbangs and be like, I didn't come here for this. I don't want to hear you chewing, but like, listen, this is my life. So yeah, that's the main concern with that. Let's see what you guys have to say about that. JM Paradise says, hi everyone. Does anybody want to be a moderator? Because there's a lot of people in here. Tiana, can I ask you to be a moderator? I'm gonna make you a moderator, even though you didn't say you wanted to. Tiana, you are a moderator now. And there was somebody else too. Shannon wanted to be one. Shannon, when you comment again, I will make you a moderator. And so, like, I just think that I think that part of the storyline for Azan and Nicole is kind of made up, and she's going to have to change the way she thinks about doing that. Why she meet men online. Listen, some of us can't meet men in real life. I had a whole interaction with the AT&T guy yesterday, and everybody tells me that was him flirting with me, and I didn't pick up on it. And also I was sleepy, so it was too much. All right. Oh, that's good. Okay, Shannon, here you go. All right, there you go. Okay. So it took a lot of time to chew through. I hope I don't get barbecue sauce on my bedsheet, girl. Be careful with that. Okay. So anyways, now let's move on to the funny part of this. Papa Joe comes out from wherever he's at, bro. And he is like, he's talking to Nicole about like schooling and whatnot. Robert Lee's chiming in. And then I don't know what prompted this, but he's like, well, how's the store, Nicole? Robert Lee turns around and looks at him and kind of like smirks. And she's like, none of your business. And I was like, oh my God, Papa Joe is like, how's the store? You lying little twit. 2, what is May going to do about school? Let's bring in all the logic and all the things that make sense. 3, he's like, I hope you don't go to Grenada and get pregnant. He didn't say that to her. He said that to the cameras. I hope she doesn't go to Grenada and come back pregnant. Girl, I don't even think that they're having sex. And I think if they do have sex, he's for sure putting on a condom, because I feel like Azan does not want Nicole. I feel like he's having sex with her out of duty. In fact, I don't even think, I'm not going to say he's gay, but for some reason, I'm just like, I don't even think Azan likes women. Personally. I mean, he might, but I think he doesn't like, I don't know. I don't think he likes Nicole. I don't think he's even attracted to her 55%. So I'm like, they don't have sex. So I don't think they have sex at all. I think he might do other things, but I don't think he's putting his penis in her vagina. That's what I think. So so there's that. But yeah, Papa Joe asked, all the pertinent questions. But when they brought up about May going to school, I was just really sad about it. I was like, oh, damn it, she does have to go to school. So this shenanigans can't keep going on, because if there's one thing that we know that Nicole does love May. And I know that she'll always do the things that are best for her. And I think that issue will stop her from moving to Morocco. I mean, besides the fact that as a lot of other issues are going to stop her from moving to Morocco, but that was such a great point brought up. And I think that's it. I think that's it with Nicole. Was that it? Did we talk about everybody that was important? We don't talk about Ashley and Jay, so that's good. Did I forget anybody? No, that's it. So what are you guys saying? No, I gotta go back. Sorry, I gotta go back a little bit. So much money wasted, says Kelsey. He has a girlfriend he lives with already in Morocco. Oh, Jesus. Glazy, are you just making these up? I feel sorry for May, says Adna. Quasi says, if I was Azan's family, I would be afraid that he would get lost in Nicole. Oh. Oh, he's so little. He just to be swallowed up. It's like that scene from American Gods Stars, that one like goddess who like sucks the soul and everything out of the man when she has sex with him. Renee says, definitely not having sex. Joe just said that since she came home pregnant from the first guy she met online. Ooh, that's good. Lady says, not too sure about that. Shannon says, me, Shannon, 38 minutes in. Thanks, Shannon. Agnes says, she's gotta get May taken away from her. So if she, She's got to get May taken away from her if she keeps playing. Then Lady Killer said, do you think she's on it for the show, or do you think she's blind and thinks there's love and feels like she's in deep with... I think Nicole loves Azan. I don't think she's in it for the show. I think that she really wants this thing to work really badly because she doesn't think that she can get somebody in real life, and it's the only thing going for her. No, oh my God, I don't know. Oh, I lost my place. Oh my God, Jenna! Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, thank you. I super appreciate it. Oh, you're amazing. Kari says Ashley and Jay. Kari, I don't talk about Ashley and Jay. Their whole shit is fake. I don't believe it. I don't care about it. Like, and also Ashley is too grown to be dealing. She grown with 2 kids, and she be worrying about this little 19-year-old boy, this little 20-year-old. Like, girl, if that shit goes awry, that's on you. The same thing I felt about Molly. Even though I love Molly and she's a bad bitch, like as soon as shit went wrong with Luis, I'm like, you too grown for me to be feeling sorry for you, ma'am. Like, you don't want to went over there and got yourself a little fuckboy and then try to bring him back and settle him in. I would never try to wrangle. I'm not saying that these women went and like wrangled these men, right? What I'm saying is if I was a grown-ass woman, in which I am, I would not be with a 20-year-old person. He would have to be dumb like Asuelu, right? Asuelu is like a baby head. He's a baby in his head. He's 24 years old, very immature. It would have to be somebody who I literally could run around. That is why I think Asuelu and Kalani work, because Asuelu is a baby. He's very immature, and she obviously is slightly immature and wants to be somebody's mother. So that's why she got with him. Even though, I mean, their whole little family unit is kind of cute, and I'm not shitting on their situation, but I think it works for Kalani because of Asuelu's like very young, immature, like, I just want to be a good daddy type mentality, where I feel like Jay and Luis weren't talking about having kids and being a good dad. They were just too young for that shit. Glazzy, if I'm off, guys, I can't deal with being ignored. What? Okay. Jana Lynn, why do you feel like you're being ignored? I don't understand what's going on. Anyways, and okay, Jenna. I'm like, I'm not ignoring you. Anyways, Amina, their family is too cute. Sia says, is that why you don't talk about Fernanda and Jonathan too? Yeah, I stopped talking about Jonathan and Fernanda too. No, I stopped talking about Jonathan and Fernanda because they threatened another like commenter or reviewer or recap group and so in solidarity, I was just like, I'm not going to recap them. I mean, I don't dislike them. Their storyline is fake and weird. Like, I don't care. Here's the deal that I was talking to Chris about the 90 Day Fiancé world, is that I just feel like oh shit, why did I do that? Wrong thing. Thank you so much, Tiana. I accidentally made this person a moderator. All right, got him. Sorry, I made Peter a moderator on accident, trying to hide them. Thank you guys so much for being there. Oh, another super chat. Thank you so much. Oh my God, vintage. Oh, I appreciate it. You guys are so awesome this time. Oh my God, all the time. Okay, so let's see what's up. I can't believe black. What's up? People deal with this. What is happening? LOL. Oh, Lynn J's back. Yeah, can somebody block Peter? Great. You guys are on it, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Vintage. I love you guys so much. I love everybody in the chat right now. I see that somebody's upset because I'm ignoring them, but like, I don't have a helper. Okay. Let's see. No, so Fernanda, she didn't leave. Oh yeah, she did. They got divorced, or they're in the process of getting a divorce. If you guys watching What Now, watch What Now. Somebody wanted me to review What Now, which, you know, I can. I just, a lot going on. What else were we talking about with them? Yeah, Jay and Fernanda, the same thing. Not Jay and Fernanda, but it's the same kind of concept. Like, you go to this foreign country, you get these babies, these boys who are known to be players in their own right in wherever, and then you try to domesticate them. You try to like get them to come and live with you and take care of your kids, or help you take care of your kids, and that's just not gonna work, you know? It just is what it is. It just is what it is. All right, so what else? I think that's it. Does anybody else have anything to say? Oh, yes. Brunel. I'm really excited for 90 Day the Other Way too. This is what I was telling Chris, and this is what I got sidetracked from talking about. There is so much hype around 90 Day Fiancé that I think they have a problem casting the show because people have to come up with crazy scenarios in order to get put on. And a little birdie, and I also heard a little rumor that Birdie told me, a rumor that, remember, there was supposed to be an LGBTQ couple. There was supposed to be like a gay couple, 2 guys that were supposed to be on this season, and they're not on this season. Word has it is that they backed out of the filming of it because they thought they were going to get a bad edit, and they didn't want to be represented on television as the first 90 Day Fiancé couple and have it be like bad. And I would absolutely agree with that, because I think that, I don't know what the TLC audience normally is. I don't know where the bulk or where the mass of their people are, but I know there are people like me who would love to see LGBTQ people on the show, right? But we don't want it to be in a negative light, because then people would say, oh, the reason why it's not working is because of them being gay. Like, let's just see them as like a couple and not have anything to do with their sexuality. But we do want to see representation at the same time. And so that's what I heard, that they like backed out of it because they felt like they didn't want to have to be the first couple. They didn't want to get a bad edit. And you know what I talk about when I say bad edit, right? There are some people like who get a bad edit, or the episode is supposed to make us feel a certain way, like Tracy. We get told things about Tracy and shown her in a way that makes her look absolutely bananas. I mean, we love it, but it is like, she does get a bad edit, you know? She does. So, like, I think that The Other Way is going to be good because it's pure and it's not fake. Like, it's not people making up scenarios and saying outlandish things and doing outlandish things so that they can get on the show. Like I think Ricky and the fake thing with Jimena and the other girl was just, it tipped the scales the other way. Now we're all very hyper aware of like fraud and like fake scenarios and things that are just put up by Sharp Entertainment. And that's what makes Love After Lockup so good, is that you have a situation like Megan and Sarah and Michael, and that shit is real. Like, it's real. It isn't like fake drama. Like, some of the shit I think is fake drama, right? But the fact that it's a throuple and that's the drama, like, is interesting. And so, I mean, I feel like The Other Way is going to be so good. And I feel like Love After Lockup season 3 and Life After Lockup season 1 is going to be so good. Even though I do think that the Lizzie and Scott thing is going to be fake and made up, because you know that Lizzie and Scott broke up supposedly, and that during Life After Lockup, Lizzie's supposedly going to go wherever and see Scott and like try to fight him because he's got a new girlfriend. Why are we even following Scott and Lizzie when they broke up? We shouldn't be following them, but we are. And we were following them is because producers have decided to design something, right? Which is okay, because Lizzie's so crazy and you never know what she's going to do. But I do think that it's going to be highly produced. So, yeah. I mean, did you guys watch the first episode or the first hour of The Other Way? I did. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Hey, Crystal. Crystal Hogan. Hey, girl. Nice to see you. Tracy and what's her name? Yeah, Vintage. I did catch the Life After Lockup preview, but let's talk about The Other Way Around preview first, and then let's go back to Life After Lockup. Remind me to go to Life After Lockup. So, okay, The Other Way. So we have this woman who's from Palm Springs. Oh, Shannon! Thank you so much, Shannon, for the super chat. You guys are awesome. So what was... Oh, yeah. We have this older lady. I don't remember her name. She's from Palm Springs, which is not very far from me at all. It's like an hour away from where I live. And she has fallen in love with this man online named Michael. And they started talking, and he started telling her how beautiful she was and how much he liked her and all that shit. And then, girl, she finds out that he's been lying to her, and that his name isn't Michael. He isn't this gorgeous supermodel that she thought he was. But then she shows him a picture. He shows her a picture of himself, and he's not ugly. And his name is Sumit. So Sumit is Indian, and they continue to talk. And she falls in love with him. They fall in love with each other. And so now she's got her visa, and she's moving to India. She has 2 daughters, at least 2. And one of her daughters is with her. And they're going through her closet to see what she can take to India and what she can't, because she has to be rather modest in India. And so her daughter's just like, all right, like, this is what she wants to do. She's in her 60s, and she's got a second chance at love, because I guess like she was married to her husband for like 15 years, and she thought it was good. And then turns out it wasn't, girl. He left her for somebody else. So she's just like living her life. I can't remember what she does. She's like, I can't remember what she does exactly. But it's just like, you know, she got a little job. She got a 401k. So she goes to a lawyer to figure out like how her money's going to translate in rupees and like what's going to happen. And the lawyer says that she doesn't have enough money to go live over there, so that when she gets over there, she is going to have to get a job. And I'm just like, damn, Sumit can't pay for her. Like, I would hate to move to like Ecuador and then have to work in my 60s. Like, what is she going to do in India in her 60s? She doesn't speak the language. And I mean, maybe she could work in a call center. Like, she could probably work in a call center. She could probably do like customer service. So she could do that. But I'm like, damn, I wouldn't want to go there and have to work. Now I understand like what Annie and everybody else is talking about. I'm like, I don't want to go there and work, girl. Okay. Oh, Tiana, all the people in here, rock, rock, rock. Yeah, you guys, I hope you guys are having a great, great time. Scam center. But KH, does she have to give up her citizenship? I don't know. Does she have to give up her citizenship? Like, that's the thing. When they were like talking about giving up your citizenship, I was just like, man, why can't she just have a dual citizenship? Could it be because maybe the laws are if you like have family from that country, then you're allowed to get a dual citizenship, but I wouldn't give up my American citizenship. That little blue passport can get you anywhere. Why would you give that up? So, I mean, that little blue passport has power. Like, that's all I'm saying. So she gets it, and her daughter's a little skeptical. Oh, thanks, Creative Days. Her daughter gets a little skeptical, but her daughter's willing to let her do it. So I'm just like, look, as long as the family is in support, I'm fine with it. Maybe India doesn't allow dual. That could be it. You don't have to give up citizen. I think TOC is the drama source. Oh, okay. Kiki says you don't have to give your citizenship unless you expat completely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Tina Turner gave it up. Girl, Tina Turner got Tina Turner money. You know what I'm saying? She can come back here anytime and everybody knows who she is. She's trying to renounce her citizenship to avoid paying taxes. Oh. Riley says, I'm half Indian. She doesn't. Quasi says, in Canada, you have to live a certain amount of weeks in Canada to maintain your own. Not sure about the dual thing. So I don't know either. I just don't want her to give that up, you know? So anyways, that was just the beginning of their story. We end up finding out later she does go, and then she tries to like holler, like yell at him in the street when he's like out with his friends. And there is a little snippet of him being with his friends and them asking him if he's going to tell his parents, and he says he's not going to tell his parents. And I'm just like, how is that going to work? That's going to like so much drama. All right, so the next person we have is Tiffany. Tiffany is from Boston, I think, and she is one of these women who for her entire pregnancy didn't know she was pregnant. And I feel 2 ways about this scenario. How sway is the first way. Like, how? The body plays tricks on you, son. That sucks. Like, I would be so pissed if I didn't get to enjoy my pregnancy. And all of a sudden I just have this baby. Like, I would be mentally messed up. 2, so yeah, she says that she was just like, just houseway, and like, I don't have time to like, I didn't get the opportunity to mentally prepare myself for having to take care of a life. So she was 18 when she had her son. And she said she wasn't showing. She didn't gain any weight. She continued to have her period, like all this stuff. And she had her baby. So she I can't remember what the baby's name is, but then she met this man and he's in South Africa and he is all kinds of jacked up. He is a gambler. And so he is in rehab for that. And this is like his second or third time in rehab for it. And she is picking up her whole life and her baby. I mean, her child is like 8 years old. And they are moving to South Africa. And she doesn't want to tell her mother. Her mother can't go because her mother's for the wedding in South Africa. Because she says that she has to stay there and take care of her mom. So her mother isn't going to the wedding. And her mother doesn't want her to go and doesn't want her to get married there. He wants for the guy to come here and get married. But he can't come here because of his gambling stuff. He's like gotten in trouble for that. So he most likely won't be able to get his visa to come to the US because of all that jazz. So yeah, she's gonna move there. And I just want to see how that goes. Like, I don't knock the girl. She's 27. She wants to move to South Africa. He seems like a good guy. The problem is that like, I don't know that I could I don't know that I could be with somebody that has an addiction like that. I don't know that I am the right kind of person because I don't know that I would be able to understand if they were to have a relapse. Like, a relapse is not an option, especially with gambling and money. Like I would rather deal with an alcoholic than a gambler. And it's just because I don't, like, you can't fuck with my money, bro. Like, that's how we live. You can't fuck with that. So that's just how I think. Yeah, I don't know. But if she wants to do that, I think she's able to do it. She can do it. She can move. I want to see the drama that ensues from that choice. And he's currently in rehab right now, like, or while they're filming, before she goes there. And he's like talking about God, so it's like a Christian one. So I'm just like, if she's willing to get all into that, then like, God bless her. It wouldn't be me. Then the next person that we have to talk about is the Mormon guy who like lives in the mountains in I don't know what state, but they live like on a compound, but it isn't like a compound of like other family. It's just his family. So I believe it's his parents, his siblings, and grandparents, and they like live in the mountains on like a plot of land, and they all have their own home, which is cute if that is your lifestyle. But he says that he's been dating Evelyn for 4 years, and she's from Ecuador, and they met while he was like traveling around South and Central America sometime. And she's from a really small town called something that I can't pronounce. And he's going to move there with her because he has invested his money in her and in there because they have like a surfing like beach town like bar. They have a bar on a beach that's good for surfers. And so she's, I guess, been running it. I don't know what the angle is because the backstory is that she's been running it and they've been running this business. And so he now needs to move to Ecuador because she definitely doesn't want to come to the US, which I find to be very great and refreshing because that whole storyline about her just trying to come to the US is dead. And now it's about him moving there. And he hasn't told his family that he's moving and that he's going to stay indefinitely. And she's been in the US and she's been with him, with his family, hanging out. And like his family seems to accept her when they're having dinner. And, and she's very like clear about what she wants and what she doesn't want. She doesn't want to have kids, at least not right now. At least she said she didn't want to have kids. And that, she is not going to be Mormon. She said that she was taught that Mormon is a cult. And so she's like, yeah, I'm never going to be Mormon. So like, I think it's got to be sometimes a little difficult for Mormon men who try to date outside of their race. I mean, Mormon people in general who try to date outside of their culture to bring somebody into Mormonism, because I think Mormonism has such like a bad rap, which I don't think it is a cult. I just think, it's so the lore about what happened and Jesus Christ coming to the Americas is so different than what has been taught for eons that it's really hard for people who have been taught one way for eons to like adopt a new idea and a new book and a new prophet and a new like whatever that was from a religion that was like developed in the 1800s, I believe. So like it's difficult. And so she's basically saying like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I think she's right for that. Bonnie says that Evelyn is rude and disrespectful. Okay. Why? How did you see that? Hey, Dana. I feel like she just is standing her ground and telling them, how she feels. And they took it well, She went from a beach to a remote town in Washington. Yeah. She was there for a long time. And she seemed a little less unhappy than other cast members, but she definitely was ready to go. And then they went to this like little boutique and got clothes and stuff. And she was like, and he spent $700, right? They went to this little boutique. I'm like, if y'all trying to go spend money, how come people aren't at Walmart? Like, no shade. I shop at Walmart. I shop at Target. And if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for your abuela and your nina and your prima and anybody else in another country. Like, why are we at little boutiques buying stuff? And he spent $700 and something. And she's like, to be fair, though, it was all on clearance. And I understand that. If it was all on clearance, I support her choices. But still, go to Walmart. Hi, Kimberly. I'm good, girl. How are you? Like, go to Walmart. Go to Target. Go to the swap meet, girl, and get you some socks and blankets and tennis shoes. Like, do it. Ooh, Crystal says Evelyn is a gold digger. 780 bulls. She's using him from another Nicole and Azan. I'm not gonna go down that gold digger line with y'all. I'm not gonna do it. 301 people in this room, 145 likes. What are you guys doing? Where are you guys from? Sound off in the comment section. Let me know. That was a lot of money to spend on gifts, but he's the one who took her in there. They should have went to Walmart. This is what I'm saying. I'm not sure about the grandma that's heading to India. That girl is about to learn some hard lessons. Ooh, sound off, you guys. Kuwait, sound off in the comment section. Let me know where you're at. Okay. So yeah, there is another person. Speaking of a grandma, I'm not talking about, I can't remember her name, girl. Not the one that's going to India. There is one who's going to Qatar. And her man is Aladdin. And she pronounced it Aladdin. And so I'm going to call him Aladdin. Girl, he fine, girl. He fine. Aladdin. It's fine, girl. Oh, girl. Woo. That's how she says it. I don't know. I got to hear how he says. But he fine, girl. Oh, I'm getting everybody from everywhere. Houston, we've got New York, we've got Richmond, Virginia. He spent $40,000 on her. She didn't make him do anything. She's not, I don't know. Canada, Portland. Oh, he's Tanzanian and he works in Qatar. Interesting. Atlanta, San Diego. Oh my God. Florida, Gastonia, DC, Jacksonville, Virginia, Florida, Kansas, Arizona, San Francisco. All right, you guys, Bay Area, Seattle, Washington. I love it. Sway Jones says, late side note, how you gonna say you were an hour away from Palm Springs? I'm in the IE and it takes me an hour-ish to get there. LOL, you in LA? No, Swade, you're in IE. I'm in IE too. It's an hour away. Palm Springs is like an hour away, no? It's an hour. I drove to ClamorCon like 2 years ago and it was in Palm Springs. Girl, we both in the IE. Ottawa, Cambridge. All right, Mariah. Maryland, Indiana, Norfolk. Where can I find a guy to drop $1,000 on me? I don't know, girl. Amsterdam. Adama's in Amsterdam. Oklahoma. I'm in the IE. It's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Oh, maybe it is. Ooh, Dubai. Dubai in the house. Okay, so yeah, Aladdin looks like he's about to be fine. Who else? Is there another couple? Oh, and we didn't talk about the Korean couple. So there is a Korean man who came to the US to do something, girl. I'm not sure, but he met homegirl. She already has a baby. They like got together, had sex. She got pregnant. He went back to Korea, told his family. Wasn't the best scenario, but then he ends up watching her give birth on camera. I think it was a C-section too. So I can't wait to so I cannot wait to watch that. Beloved tells me to please stop wiping your nose. Okay, beloved. I will work on it, ma'am. I'm sorry that it's bothering you. The diverse PhD says the true people in these shows never shop at Walmart or Target. And I think it's because they can't get I think they don't have the rights. Like Sharp won't be able to go into Target or Walmart to go with them, so that's why they don't. What are your thoughts on circumcision? Why would I have any thoughts on circumcision? I don't have any children. Natalia Crispin Claro KC Bea. Claro KC. Yes. Haha. I know what that is. Carmony says, I'm going to try to find this show afterwards. Yeah. Wow, that's rude. Thanks. Okay, you're right. I represent. Okay. So then after that, we go to, what was that other show I was going to talk about? Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup? Did I already talk about? I already talked about Life After Life After Lockup. Okay, so you can't buy from Walmart and Target in person, honey. I would be shopping online. I would feel the same way. I feel the exact same way. Hey from Canada. Lots of Canadians. I love Canada. I went to Toronto. I need to go to what's the one on this side? Toronto is the Canada for the East Coast, but then there's one over here. British Columbia. Oh, no, that's the state. What is the city? Vancouver. Vancouver is where I need to go. Oh, Life After Lockup with Tracy and Clint. Thank you, We Miss Music. Okay, so Tracy and Clint. First of all, they picked the rudest picture to show of Tracy for the promos for Life After Lockup. And so what's going to happen is she has 2 days until she's off parole. Every day, Clint has been reading like a mantra to her so that she knows what's expected, and she just doesn't want to hear it these last 2 days. She really wants to meet Alice. Alice doesn't want to meet her. It's been 2 months since she's been living in Hobbs and hasn't gone to mom's house to meet Alice because Alice says she doesn't trust her. And Clint is really trying to like balance this. He's really trying to like make it so that it works to have enough like love and respect for his wife, but have love and respect for his mom. And, you know, Alice, she's been through it with Clint. She just doesn't want to deal with it. But Tricky Tracy really wants to meet her. And I think she feels better and healthy enough to do so, even though I'm just like, we need you to gain just a little bit more weight, because I personally feel like they're both still doing drugs. And I hate to say that because it feels like I'm being defeatist and mean, but I don't. I just feel there's something about her that doesn't like make me think that she's quite sober. Maybe it isn't crack, but I don't know. I don't feel like she's sober. She looks bad, girl. She looks bad. And I feel bad for laughing at it. So they're going to go to Vegas to celebrate her getting off of parole. And he's like, well, I don't think it's the best place to go, but I'll do anything for my goddess. And I'm just like, you know, she could find crack so easy in Vegas. Clay's a fool. And then they get into some kind of argument, girl, and he like busts, like bangs on a door. And we're just like, why are you ruining property again? Oh yeah, Matt is back in jail. Okay, we'll get to that. Remind me to talk about it. Okay, so then we move on to who else was in the demo of Life After Lockup? Oh, Megan, the throuple. So Megan is still talking to Mike, and she's like, I don't care that he's married. He's still my soulmate. We're still talking. I can't wait to see him in person. And I think she said she was going to go up there to Flint, Michigan. I don't know, girl, but Mike has been having all kinds of meetups. People are taking pictures with him. And like, so he's living his life after lockup and love after lockup life, girl. Like, I see him all on the gram, and I'm not even following him. He just hashtags everything that love after lockup, and that's where I see it all. And I was just like, girl, these people are going to meet him places and then taking pictures and posting it. Y'all better than me, because I sure wouldn't be. But anyway, so yeah, they're still talking, and Megan, like, yeah, Kimberly, you're right. Megan is down for the side chick life, for real. She really feels like he's her soulmate, and he's just so dirts McGurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is not. I mean, I feel her, because listen, this is why I feel Megan, because I think when you're sad, which I have been, and sometimes you just want love, and then you find somebody who gives that to you. You find somebody who shows that to you, but they only show it to you and give it to you in this space. And so in order to make it work, you reside in this space in order to make it work. And I think that's what's happening with Megan. She's just residing in that space. Nothing better has come along. She isn't really looking, but like, it's hard out there. And if you find somebody who will respond to your texts and who will contact you and don't have anything to do besides reside in this place, and so you want to reside in that space and be with them, I can see it happening. I can see it happening. It's very easy to fall in love with somebody and not be able to pull yourself out because like there's nothing else pulling you away from it. So I think that's just what it is. So then the next thing would be Andrea and Lamar, and Andrea's trying to get Lamar to move to Utah, and he's just not about that life. So that's not going to work. Interesting how foreigners, this is what Jay Thompson said. Interesting how the foreigners are seen as gold diggers, but the felons aren't, despite needing at least 200 to 30 a week for commissary and phone calls. Jay Thompson, you might have like a point there, because I hate calling somebody a gold digger, and like, because that is used so much to describe people who are not. And I just don't like to throw it at that. I mean, what does that mean anyway? You're just looking for someone to help you have more money for the come up? Like, I think a lot of people do that, you know? Equal opportunity, bunch of users. Yeah. Let's see. Kimberly says, I get that she's getting what she thinks she deserves. Yeah, like I think that Megan is just like doesn't think she deserves more than that, or like has had probably very bad luck, and this person just gives her emotionally what she needs, and it's hard to walk away from that, especially when you don't have anything to turn to that will give you that. Yeah. So, all right, you guys, we've been talking for an hour and 11 minutes. God, it doesn't even feel that way. I feel bad for the people who are not watching this live. 202 people in this room, 162 likes. I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me this whole time. Does anybody have anything to say that I didn't touch on? I'm going to give y'all a minute to comment and let me know, and then we can talk about it. Gold digger is when finances is the main reason for being with somebody. But historically, women and men both look for partners who have enough money to get them out of whatever situations, and they'll marry and they'll still give you what you want. I think the thing that sucks is sometimes when you get married to a person who did marry you for your money, but then doesn't want to evenly give you the exchange that you are requiring, right? Like, what if a man marries a woman simply because she's beautiful and he wants to have her on his arms, right? And so she's like, okay, I'll marry you for that. And then she does, and she's beautiful on his arms, and then he doesn't give her any money. I feel like that's Larissa and Colt. Or what if that happens and like she doesn't want to be seen in public with him? Then that's grounds for divorce. Like, we got married. I married you because I think you're beautiful and I want to be seen in public with you, but you don't want to be seen in public with me. So now that's grounds for divorce. This braid is going to fall the F out. This hair is so short that this braid is holding on by like its chinny chin chin. And I just got my hair done a week ago. I'm going to have to rebraid it, even though I don't know how to braid. Experiment. Okay, Gladys, hello. Talk about Matt in jail. Oh yeah, Matt is in jail. Matt is in jail, you guys, for meth. But we all knew that Matt was going to go back to jail, right? Like, he started using drugs when he was 16 or something really young. And when you start using drugs, especially hardcore drugs that young, your brain doesn't learn how to develop properly. So, you know, he's always going to be that outlaw. So we have to meet Matt where he's at. He's an outlaw. The first guy I was with was a player, but no one could tell me otherwise. At the time, I just didn't get it. Otherwise, I just didn't get wise to the game and realizing that being alone was better than being with a psychopath. Yeah, Deidre. Like, I feel like sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just like literally you want something so bad, or you get something and you don't even know you want it, and then you have it, and the idea of it going away. Like, girl, I have been susceptible to that. I haven't had anybody play me so hard, but I've been in love with somebody for a long time who like is like, nah. And I can't stop loving them. I mean, I'm not wasting my time on them anymore, but I still love them. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I can only imagine if he was giving me even a little bit of attention, girl, I would be right there. Have you seen the show Jailbirds on Netflix? Yes, I did watch Jailbirds. All of it while I was getting my braids done. The show was good. I feel sad for all of them. It's really hard sometimes to watch the jail shows because you're just like, fuck. Like, they're like this on the inside, and it's just like this whole like little world on the inside. But when they get out, you just want the best for them. And some of them can't manage it and still on drugs and a bum. It happens. Reynolds Matt is the one with Caitlyn. Oh, yeah. That's who it is. Matt likes jail. I think there are some people who require the stability of jail because otherwise they don't know how to manage themselves. And I do think that Matt does like jail. I think that it works well with him for his lifestyle. He gets to be the outlaw. He gets to use drugs. He gets to do whatever he wants to do. And he gets, 3 square meals a day. Like, I don't know that he likes it like in the conventional sense, but I don't think he minds it, is I guess what I want to say. What are you talking about, Lynn J? Meth is so delicious. It's only because Lynn J says meth. Yuck. I've been with a much younger man, but I've never gave money. I lowered my financial expectations, made dinners, but expected to be taken out and for them to pay for it. All right, Quasi. 90-day fiance the other way. Oh, you're explaining to the person what we're talking about. I understand. Matt is so sad and depressing, and I'm glad we don't have to see him anymore. I'm glad too. Random, but would you get hip length braids? Yes, I would. The other way is going to be the best show. Oh, I feel like it's going to be great too. It's the only structure he can get in his life. I agree with you. Yeah, I would get long braids. Just when my hair is longer. I want to get faux locks. Like, that's what I wanted, was faux locks, but she said my hair was too short because like the hair right here is like this long. It's very, very short. And I just have patchiness, and I'm balding in here, and I've got like a patch back here. So I had my dad shave the back of it so that it's not all the way up. I want to shave more of the back of it. My hair just doesn't want to grow and be nice. My hormones are kicking in. I'm getting old. I can't see, girl. I like literally am like this now with things like this, blurry. Okay. I need the second focal. I need to split my glasses in this here. I need the focal at the bottom. I was like, oh no, she's getting old. So funny. Can you do Game of Thrones as a series walk? Kimberly, I can't do Game of Thrones. I can't. It can't. Maybe one day, not anytime soon. Let's get out of 2019. My 2019 is booked for shows, girl. It's booked. I always get the end of the chats and never notifies on my phone. You have to hit the notification bell. But also, it does the same thing for me for Chris. Like, if she doesn't text me and tell me she's going on, I don't see it until after she's done with it. Thank you, Miss Music. Except for I feel like I've got just like the wrinkles right here make me feel like, oh, you can tell she's older. Just like right here. So I'm going to do my best to stop smiling and be like Victoria Beckham. Those are fun. Why you should do a red or nice faux. Yeah, I'm gonna get faux locks as soon as my hair gets long enough. I go live every Wednesday, Kiki, at noon. All right, you guys, we are at 1 hour and 18 minutes. I can't believe we did that. Thank you guys so much who've been with me since the very, very beginning of this day, it feels like. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get you guys a regular 90-Day Fiancé video, but I will get it up tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. It's going to come on tomorrow. And then we have the other way on Monday. Oh my God, this week is going to be so good. And so then I will tell you guys that I am going out of town for work the week of the 6th, which isn't this week coming up. It's the following week, or sorry, the week of the 9th. It isn't this week coming up, it's the following week. So I'm going to be gone the 9th through the 22nd. So I'm going to have to do lives. Or I can film on my phone and then try to edit it from there. But I'm going to be like in a hotel room for those 2 weeks. So the videos shouldn't be, I don't know what my work schedule is going to be. So let me just say that. I don't know what my work schedule is going to be. So I have the 9th and the 16th that I have to contend with. So we'll see how these videos goes after that. But this week, I promise you, I'm going to get these videos out this week. I promise you, it's going to be great. I'm going to have more reenactments. Like, we're going to get back to Just Call Me Wah comedy 90 Day Fiancé videos. We are. I wouldn't stop looking if you told us. Super, super, super live Wah. I don't watch, just watch my girl Wah. Work hard, play hard. Do you work in TV production? No, I don't work in TV production. I don't say where I work just because, you know, the internet these days, girl, people get crazy. But I don't work in internet. I don't work in TV production. I wish I did. That would be so much fun. In fact, you know what? Somebody reached out to me, and I think she follows me on here, and I didn't like. Here's the deal. Sometimes people reach out to me and give me tea about the show, and I don't accept the tea because I feel like I'm going to be expected to report on it, and or then, like, I don't know, I just get weird with things because sometimes people want like things back. I'm not saying this person does it all, but while the 90 Day Fiancé reunion for Happily Ever After was being filmed, this girl, because they already filmed it, right? They were just in New York, I think 2 weeks ago. Somebody reached out to me who was on the production crew of the 90 Day Fiancé reunion show, Happily Ever After reunion show. And she was going to tell me the tea, girl. And I was like, girl, don't tell me anything that'll get you in trouble. I'm not trying to like cause any drama. I'm not trying to like spill any, you know, insider information. And so I think what I'm going to do is, now that it's over, is kind of reach out to her and see like if there's anything, like any juicy tidbits she'd be wanting to tell me, so that when the reunion show airs, I can be like, girl, I heard this, girl, I heard that, da-da-da-da. And obviously I wouldn't, you know, reveal my source, but just to let you guys know that is something that I might have a little extra TT on. But yeah. All right, you guys. So that's the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me for this 1 hour and 21-minute live session. You guys were fantastic. Thank you to my moderators, Lynn J, Tiana, and Shawana, I believe it's Shawana. She's still here? You still here, girl? I want to thank you guys so much for doing the Lord's work for me. And I will be live again. She must have left. Oh, Shannon. It wasn't Shawana. Shannon. I will be live again on Wednesday at noon as normal. And yeah, I love you guys too. Thanks, Kiki. Thanks, teacher. Thanks, Heartfelt. Thanks, Kari, for your different point of view. Thanks, Quasi. Thank you, Kimberly, Karen. Who else was in here? Kay Riley, Maxwell, Terrell, everybody who was in here in the beginning. We miss music. I think I'm missing a bunch of people, but you know, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And bye, you guys. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place.